Hi everyone, welcome to another week of a grid design every week. We're on week 46 today, so I'm going to show you one that's got a lot of similarities to some that we've seen in the past, but we'll get a different look from it. So I call it the Scalloped Twisted Clamshell. So come on over and I'll show you how to do it. Alright. So we're going to work on the 1-inch horizontal vertical grid today. Oops, I'm missing one of my little fingertips. And I've just got a little area blocked off here. This is a pretty easy one. It can be done in a 1/2-inch grid, but it gets pretty small. So we'll work in this 1-inch grid so you can see what I'm doing. Let's see. This doesn't like to work unless I go back to the home screen. Alright, here we go. So what we're going to do is 2 scallops on each side of the grid line. And you know me, I like to start at the bottom and work my way up. So do your little scallops. And then when we get to the end there, let me trim my threads. When we get to that intersection, we're going to cross the intersection and do scallops on the other side. And then crossing the intersection, we do scallops on the other side. I'm just going to go up 3 grid blocks, but kind of long. So up here, I'm going to get over to my next grid line and I'm going to do 2 scallops up here. Now going down the next grid line, we're going to do exactly the same as the previous line. So now let me see, on the bottom that goes up, so this one's going to go below the line. Now the next line exactly the same. I don't know if you're seeing the similarities to a previous design, but you will soon enough. Alright, we'll do one more vertical line and then we'll switch to our horizontal lines. As with every other grid we've ever done, remember consistency is very important in getting your designs to look pretty. Alright, so now we're going to do our horizontal lines, and because that one was above the line, this will be below it, and we'll just travel up here. Alright, so now we need to look at the line above and do exactly the same thing. Alright, I bet now you can see the other grid design that this one resembles. Remember our twisted clamshell grid? Well, this is a twisted scalloped clamshell grid. So by just making this minor change of 2 scallops in our grid box, you're going to get a really pretty design that's quite different. Okay, we've got one more line to do. I'll knock off those stitches and pull it out so you can see. So there's our scalloped twisted clamshell design. Let me cut those and I'll show you the back. It's really pretty. It's got a completely different look than that twisted clamshell design, but for all intents and purposes it's the same except for the little scallops. So let's look at the back. And there it is. So you can see how pretty that turns out, and it's just an easy design. So it's going to make a great background grid design for you no matter what you're doing. The 1-inch grid would be great on any kind of cozy quilt or kids quilt. And then if you go with a smaller grid, it would look beautiful as a background behind applique or trapunto quilted designs or whatever. So keep that one in your repertoire, and I hope to see you use it. Whoops, hit the drawer. All right, well, thanks for joining me. Don't forget the grid design workbook. I know a lot of you guys have bought it since we started this series, and I really appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying it. And don't forget to check out my website, quintessentialquilting.com, where you can buy your pre-printed grid practice panels, the book, DVDs, whatever. So thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you next week for another beautiful grid-based quilting design. Bye.